Let me tell you about Sal and the $40 gadget he swore was saving him a fortune in gas. Sal bought one of those little devices off the internet. You plug it into your car and the ad promised it'd boost your mileage by 30%. And Sal was a believer. He'd tell anybody who'd listen how much gas he was saving. Except here's the thing, I rode with Sal and I watched him stomp the gas at every green light, slam the brakes at every red, blast down the highway at 80 with a half-empty roof box he hadn't taken off since a camping trip 6 months ago on tires. So underinflated, you could see it. That little $40 gadget was doing absolutely nothing. Those things are complete snake oil, and I'll prove it to you in a minute. But the wild part, Sal was burning through way more gas than he needed to, and the fixes that would have actually saved him real money were free. He was looking for magic in the wrong place. And by the end of this video, you're gonna know exactly which fuel-saving tricks actually work and which ones, like Sal's gadget, are flat out robbing you. Because here's the truth about saving gas. The internet is drowning in fuel-saving secrets. And I'd say more than half of them are complete nonsense myths, old wives' tales, and outright scams that either do nothing or actually cost you money. But buried in there are a handful that genuinely work, that really do stretch every tank further, and most of them don't cost you a dime. The problem is nobody separates the two for you. So today I'm doing exactly that. I'm gonna walk you through the biggest fuel-saving myths that are wasting your time and money, and the real ones that actually put money back in your pocket. No hype, just what's true. And before we go 1 inch further, because I want this in front of you right at the top, everything I teach on this channel, every trick and every scam like this, is in one guide I put together called Don't Get Fleeced. It's the whole playbook for never getting overcharged or fooled on your car, from the gas pump to the repair shop. One PDF, it lives on your phone, and it costs less than 1 tank of gas. Links in the description and the pinned comment. Grab it and let's get into it, starting with the myths, because you're probably doing at least one of them. Myth number 1, and this is the big one, the granddaddy of them all, filling up early in the morning because the gas is colder and denser, so you supposedly get more fuel for your money. You've heard this one. It sounds so clever, so insider. And here's why it's technically true and practically worthless. Yes, cold fuel is a little denser, but the gas isn't sitting out in the morning air. It's stored in big tanks buried deep underground, where the temperature barely changes all day and all night, no matter what it's doing up top. So by the time that fuel comes up the pump, it's basically the same temperature at 6 a.m. as it is at 3 p.m. The difference in what you actually get is so microscopic you'd never see it, not in 100 fill-ups. So please, stop setting your alarm to save gas money. It does nothing. Sleep in. Myth number 2, and this one actually costs people real money every single week. Buying premium gas when your car doesn't need it, thinking it gives you better mileage or cleans your engine. Listen close, because this myth is expensive. Your car is designed for a specific octane, and it's written right there in your owner's manual and usually on the inside of your fuel door. If your car calls for regular, then putting in premium gives you nothing. No more miles per gallon, no more power, no magic cleaning. Premium isn't better gas, it's just different gas made for engines that specifically need it. So if your car takes regular and you've been buying premium to be nice to it, you are quite literally setting money on fire at every fill up for zero benefit. Now the flip side, and I'll always give you both sides. If your car's manual says premium is required, then use premium, because those engines actually need it and regular can cause problems. Match the octane to what your manual says, not higher, not lower, that's the whole rule, and it can save some of you real money starting today. Myth number 3 is the one that got Sal, those fuel-saving gadgets, pills, magnets, and chips. The thing you plug into your car, the magnet you clip on your fuel line, the tablet you drop in your tank, the chip that promises to unlock hidden mileage. I'm gonna be blunt with you because you deserve it. These are scams. Essentially all of them. This has been tested to death, and independent testing has found these things deliver no real improvement in fuel economy whatsoever. The magnets don't do anything to your fuel. The pills don't do anything. The plug-in chips don't reprogram anything meaningful. If any of these actually work the way they claim, every automaker on earth would build it in and brag about it in commercials. They don't, because it doesn't work. So Sal's $40 miracle box, $40, straight in the trash, plus all the gas he wasted thinking he was covered. Keep your money. There is no gadget that beats the free stuff I'm about to show you. Let me give you a quick, honest one before we get to the real fixes, because this one's not a total myth, it's just misunderstood. The old roll down the windows instead of using the AC advice. Here's the real answer, because it depends. Around town, at low speed, sure, windows down and AC off is a little easier on the gas, but on the highway at higher speeds, rolling your windows down creates so much wind drag that it can cost you as much fuel as the AC would have used, sometimes more, because now your car is fighting the air like a parachute. So the honest rule is windows down when you're going slow, AC on with the windows up when you're going fast on the highway. Don't sweat this one too hard. Either way, it's a small effect. It's just not the simple AC always wastes gas rule people repeat. All right, we're right at the halfway point, and now I'm going to give you the fuel-saving moves that actually work, the ones that genuinely put money back in your pocket. And real quick, since you're getting the good stuff, if this is opening your eyes, that guy, Don't Get Fleeced, has this kind of straight talk for every part of your car. Description, pinned comment. Now the real ones. Real fuel saver number one, and this is the single biggest one nobody wants to hear because it's not a gadget, it's you, how you drive. Your right foot is the biggest fuel gauge in the car. All that jackrabbit stuff Sal does, flooring it off every green light, racing up to a red light just to slam on the brakes, that aggressive stop and go driving can absolutely tank your fuel economy. We're talking a serious chunk of your gas gone. Every time you stomp the gas, you dump fuel. Every time you brake hard, you're throwing away all the fuel you just burned to get up to speed. So here's the fix, and it's free. Drive smooth. Accelerate gently and gradually. Look ahead and coast up to red lights instead of charging at them. Anticipate the traffic. Smooth, calm, boring driving is hands down the most powerful fuel-saving trick there is, and it costs you absolutely nothing. This one move alone beats every gadget on the internet combined. Real fuel saver number two, slow down on the highway. Here's something most people don't realize. The faster you go, the harder your car has to fight the air, and that wind resistance climbs dramatically as your speed goes up. So the difference between cruising at 65 and hammering it at 80 is a lot more gas than you'd think, because at 80, your engine is working way harder just to push through the air. Backing off even 5 or 10 miles an hour on the highway can noticeably stretch your tank. And use your cruise control when the road's flat and open. Holding one steady speed is more efficient than your foot constantly creeping up and down. Slow down a touch, set the cruise, save real money. Free. Real fuel saver number three, your tires. This is the one Sal was ignoring while he chased his magic box. Underinflated tires are like trying to run in sand. They've got more rubber squishing against the road, which means more resistance, which means your engine burns more fuel to keep you moving. Tires naturally lose a little air over time, so a lot of people are driving around soft without even knowing it, quietly wasting gas on every trip. So check your tire pressure once a month and fill them to the number the car maker recommends, and that number is on a sticker inside your driver's door jamb, not the number on the tire itself. Now hear me on this because it's important. The goal is correct pressure, not high pressure. Do not overinflate them thinking you'll save even more overinflated tires, grip worse, wear out unevenly, and ride rough, and it's genuinely unsafe. Correct pressure. That's free money, and it makes your car safer at the same time. Real fuel saver number four, lighten up and clean up the outside of your car. Two parts here. First, the junk. If you've got a trunk full of heavy stuff you don't need hauling around, take it out. Extra weight means extra fuel, especially in stop and go. That one's small but real. But the bigger one, the one that got Sal, is anything strapped to the outside of your car. That roof box, those roof racks, the bikes on top, they wreck your aerodynamics, turning your smooth car into a big brick pushing against the wind. And that can cost you a shocking amount of gas on the highway. So if you're not using that roof box or those racks right now, take them off. Sal drove around for 6 months with an empty cargo box on his roof, bleeding gas the whole time. Don't be Sal. If it's not in use, get it off the roof. Real fuel saver number five, keep up with basic maintenance. Because a healthy engine sips fuel and a neglected one guzzles it. A few things genuinely matter here. Use the exact oil grade your manufacturer recommends. The right modern oil is designed to reduce friction, and the wrong thick stuff makes your engine work harder. Keep an eye on your air filter. A totally clogged, filthy filter can make your engine run less efficiently. And if your check engine light is on, get it sorted, because problems like a failing oxygen sensor can quietly destroy your fuel economy while you drive around ignoring it. Even something like dragging brakes or a maintenance issue you've been putting off can eat your mileage. None of this is exotic, it's just keeping your car healthy, and a healthy car costs less to feed. And one more real free one to round it out. Don't sit there idling. An idling engine gets 0 miles per gallon, you're burning fuel to go absolutely nowhere. Modern cars don't need to warm up for 5 minutes before you drive in mild weather. And if you're going to be parked and waiting for more than a minute or so, you're better off shutting the engine off. All that idling in driveways and drive-throughs and parking lots adds up to real fuel poured down the drain for nothing. Now let me tie this whole thing together, because the pattern here tells you everything. Look at what actually works. Drive smooth, slow down a little, keep your tires right, drop the dead weight in the roof racks, keep your car maintained, and quit idling. Notice something? Every single real fuel saver is free, or close to it. And every single myth, the premium gas, the gadgets, the pills, the magic morning fill-up, either costs you money or does nothing. That's not a coincidence. That's the whole game. The truth about saving gas is boring and free, and the scams are exciting and expensive. Once you see that pattern, you can spot a fuel-saving lie from a mile away for the rest of your life. And here's what I really want you to walk away with, because it's bigger than gas mileage. Sal wanted so badly to save money that he handed $40 to a stranger on the internet for a magic box. And he felt good about it. He felt smart while the real answers were sitting right there, free, the whole time, in how he drove and how he took care of his car. And that's exactly how they get us. They sell us a shortcut, a gadget, a secret, because it feels easier than the boring truth. But the boring truth is the one that actually works, and it's the one that doesn't cost you anything. Nobody's getting rich selling you just drive a little smoother and check your tires. So nobody markets it to you, and that's precisely why it's the most valuable thing I can tell you. You don't need to buy your way to better mileage. You already have everything you need. You just needed somebody to tell you the truth instead of selling you a miracle. That's the whole reason I make these, so the real answers stop being buried under the sales pitch. So do me one favor before you go, and it genuinely helps. Hit that like button if this saved you from wasting money on a fuel-saving scam. It pushes this out to the next person about to buy a magic gadget or set their alarm for a 6 a.m. fill-up that does nothing. You could save them the cash. And tell me 2 things down in the comments. First, be honest. Which of these myths had you fooled? The morning fill-up, the premium gas, or one of those little gadgets? I've heard them all, no judgment. And second, what do you want next? Should I show you the driving habits that quietly wreck your engine and your wallet, or how to tell if your car actually needs premium or you've been overpaying for nothing? You pick it, I'll build it. And subscribe, because I've got a whole garage full of these coming. The honest answers, the free fixes, and the truth the people selling you miracles would rather you never heard. Thank you for trusting me, and thank you for sticking with me all the way to the end. I'll see you in the next one.